All right, here with head coach Kevin Luke. Coach, start us off with the opening thoughts.
Well, I certainly in a game of this magnitude, I wish we would have executed our stuff a little more crisp on offense, especially. Of course, 19 turnovers, and a lot of that had to do with their pressure. Their pressure clearly got to us, but I still believe in my heart that had we executed and not got sped up that much, we could have handled a little bit better. And that, of course, that's disappointing. And credit goes to Lake State for having that game plan. But we clearly need to get better moving forward if we want to make it a closer game.
That run early in the second half that they made, was it just down to taking care of the ball? Or
Yeah,
some other things?
It was the same thing the other night. We turned it over the first 3 times. And I think we got a stop on the first. They had the ball first. I think we got a stop, and I think we made a basket. And then from there, we didn't take care of the basketball. We're still, this is crazy to say because we should know more than what we do about ourselves. But we just got sped up, and we couldn't get ourselves under control and made the passes way too quick. And of course, their defense was quicker than us, and they stole them all. The 19 turnovers, I'll bet you 18 or 19 of them were passes to them. I don't remember just getting a travel. I'd have been happy with a travel.
It seemed like down the stretch it was just tough to string stops together against those guys.
Yeah, and then we tried to make a couple adjustments, and we weren't going to go zone at that point. But they're good with the basketball, and they know how to play. They're well within themselves, and that's what happened today. They played a good game. Lake State played a good game.
And the hard part is you have to erase this quickly for Monday.
Yeah, well, it doesn't get any easier, Monday certainly, because Northern Michigan's a rival. Obviously, they had a nice win today over Northwood, and practice them up tomorrow and try to keep their legs fresh and try to mend some tattered egos, and we'll go back at it Monday. In a way, it's a good game because it is a rivalry game. You can't think about the loss. We're the exact same place we were last year at this point.
Nobody was able to kind of get you kind of put the offense on your back today with more than 12 points. Was that a frustrating thing?
Clearly frustrating as far as the offense went. We got to, again, the consistency of our post. And I'm not blaming the post, right, because the guards threw the ball away all night long. But in that type of game, you have to have a post player that wants to get the ball on the block and make them pay. And we didn't do that. First play of the game, we did, and that was it. First play of the game, and that's it.
With Ben in particular, was it just getting up in his face that they were doing, or were they doing anything in particular to isolate?
No, I don't. I think they just, clearly they concentrated on Jordan too. All of our perimeter. They got it up into our perimeter, and that's when your post player has to step up and demand it and command it, and in there and give a target. We just didn't get it.
What sorts of things do you feel like you guys were able to do effectively today? What were some?
I thought our defense was good enough, and rebounding those two things were good. Those things were good, and that's been a pretty constant for us. But you can't shoot the percentages we did and have the turnovers you did to compete against a top-notch team.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, boys.